Today, students, this meeting we will be discussing about the derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions. So we have 6 trigonometric functions. Now we will be discussing the derivative of those 6 inverse trigonometric functions. First one is the derivative of arcsine u. Take note, students, that this is read as arcsine of u, not sine raised to negative 1 u. Okay? That negative 1 symbol indicates that it is an inverse. In this case, this is an inverse trigonometric function. Okay? Again, the derivative of arcsine u. The derivative of arcsine u is equal to du over square root of 1 minus u square. For example, find the derivative of y equals arcsine x squared plus 3x. The first thing to do is to determine the u. So in this case, our u is x squared plus 3x. And our du is equal to 2x plus 3. Now let us apply the formula. Dy over dx equals du over square root of 1 minus u squared. Just substitute the values of du and u. So this will become dy over dx equals 2x plus 3 over square root of 1 minus x squared plus 3x raised to 2. So this is our final answer. Okay? So it is very easy. The first thing that you have to do is to determine the u, get the du, then just apply the formula and substitute the values of u and du. Now let's proceed to the derivative of arc cosine u. The derivative of arc cosine u is equal to negative du over square root of 1 minus u squared. For example, find the derivative of y equals arc cosine e raised to 3x squared plus 5. Our u here is e raised to 3x squared plus 5. So remember, the derivative of e to the u is e to the u du. So our du here will be 6x e raised to 3x squared plus 5. To get the du of u, we apply the derivative of exponential functions. That is our lesson last week. Okay, let's continue. Now let us apply the formula. Dy over dx equals negative du over square root of 1 minus u squared. Substitute the values of du and u. So this will become dy over dx equals negative 6x e raised to 3x squared plus 5 all over square root of 1 minus e raised to 3x squared plus 5 square. And this is our answer. So as you can see here, we just substitute the value of du and also the value of u. Next is the derivative of arc tangent u. The derivative of arc tangent u is equal to du over 1 plus u squared. For example, find the derivative of y equals arc tangent sine 3x squared. Our u here is sine 3x squared. So what will be our du? In this case, we will apply the derivative of trigonometric functions. So our du here is 6x cosine 3x squared. I hope you still remember how to get the derivative of trigonometric functions. Okay, let's continue. Apply the formula. dy over dx equals du over 1 plus u squared. Substitute the values of u and du. So this will become dy over dx equals 6x cosine 3x squared over 1 plus sine 3x squared raised to 2. Or dy over dx equals 6x cosine 3x squared over 1 plus sine square 3x squared. So as you can see here, the square or the exponent 2 was written after the argument sign. So this is another way to express sine 3x squared raised to 2. You can express it as sine square 3x squared. Okay? So either of the two would be our final answer. But I suggest if you will be writing your final answer, express is at this way. Okay? Next is the derivative of arc cotangent u. The derivative of arc cotangent u is equal to negative du over 1 plus u squared. For example, find the derivative of y equals arc cotangent square root of 3x plus 1. So our u here is 3x plus 1 raised to 1 half. So as you can see, the square root of 3x plus 1 was just expressed into exponential form where the exponent is rational. In this case, 1 half. Okay? So to get du, we will be applying the general power rule. So our du will become 3 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1. Okay? If you will be applying the general power rule, the first thing that you will get is 1 half times 3x plus 1 raised to negative 1 half times 3. So if you simplify it, this will be the result. Okay? du equals 3 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1. Then apply the formula. dy over dx equals 3 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1. So that's our du all over 1 plus square root of 3x plus 1 square. Okay? And then we can express this as dy over dx equals negative 3 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1 times 1 plus square root of 3x plus 1 square. This could be our final answer. But as you can see, we can express it in a simpler form. If you wish to simplify your answer algebraically, you will do it this way. So we have now dy over dx equals negative 3 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1 times 1 plus square root of 3x plus 1 square. So as you can see here, there is a square outside and inside there is a radical sign, square root of 3x plus 1. So simply this will become 3x plus 1, right? So dy over dx equals negative 3 over 2 times the square root of 3x plus 1 times 1 plus 3x plus 1. So as you can see here, the exponent 2 and the radical sign, the square root symbol was removed. Algebraically, that's what happened. For sure, you know that already, okay? So we can simplify this. 1 plus 1 is 2, so this will be 3x plus 2. So our next line of solution will become dy over dx equals negative 3 over 2 times square root of 3x plus 1 times 3x plus 2. This could be our answer. But if you wish to multiply 3x plus 2 to 2, that's okay. So this will become dy over dx equals negative 3 over 6x plus 4 times square root of 3x plus 1. Okay? So this one could be your final answer, and also this. Next is the derivative of arc secant u. The derivative of arc secant u is equal to du over u times square root of u squared minus 1. For example, find the derivative of y equals arc secant 2x minus 4 cubed. So our u here is equal to 2x minus 4 cubed. Applying the general power rule to get du, our du will be equal to 6 times 2x minus 4 raised to 2. So let us use the formula dy over dx equals du over u times u squared or square root of u squared minus 1. Substitute the values of u and du. So this will become dy over dx equals 6 times 2x minus 4 squared all over 2x minus 4 cubed times square root of 2x minus 4 cubed raised to 2 minus 1. So applying the law of exponent, this will become dy over dx equals 6 over 2x minus 4 times square root of 2x minus 4 raised to 6 minus 1. So let me discuss what happened. So as you can see here, in the numerator we have 2x minus 4 squared. In the denominator we have 2x minus 4 cubed. So we can cancel 2x minus 4 squared. Okay? So what will remain is 2x minus 4 raised to 1, or simply 2x minus 4 in the denominator. Did you get it? Good. And here, in square root of 2x minus 4 cubed raised to 2, so law of exponent, we just multiplied 2 and 3. So this will become 2x minus 4 raised to 6. Okay? So this is our answer. Actually, you can simplify this because we have common factor here. So 6 is an even number, 2x minus 4, the greatest common monomial factor is 2. So here we have 3 times 2. So you may also express your final answer as dy over dx equals 3 over x minus 2 times square root of 2x minus 4 raised to 6 minus 1. Okay? Next is the derivative of arc cosecant u. Derivative of arc cosecant u is equal to negative du over u square root of u squared minus 1. So for example, find the derivative of y equals arc cosecant ln x. Obviously, our u is equal to ln x, and our du is equal to 1 over x. So remember the derivative of logarithmic functions, okay? So let us apply the formula dy over dx equals negative du over u times square root of u squared minus 1. Substitute the values of u and du. So this will become dy over dx equals negative 1 over x all over ln x square root of ln x squared minus 1. Or negative 1 over x ln x square root of ln x squared minus 1. So as you can see here, the denominator x was brought down here beside ln x. That's why it became like this. So this is already acceptable as a final answer. Before we end our session, let me give you some practice exercises to solve. Find the derivative of the following. I will only give you 3 items. Number 1, y equals arc cosine negative 5x cubed. Number 2, y equals arc cosecant 4x squared. Number 3, y equals arc sine 3x to the fifth plus 1 raised to 3. Okay, so you may pause this video while answering. Then after you solve for the derivative of this 3, check if your answer is correct or if your answers are correct.
A few minutes later.
So for number 1, the answer will be dy over dx equals 15x squared over square root of 1 minus 25x to the 6. For number 2, the answer will become or will be dy over dx equals negative 2 over x times square root of 16x to the 4 minus 1. Then for number 3, the answer is dy over dx equals 45x to the 4th times 3x to the 5th plus 1 square all over square root of 1 minus 3x to the 5th plus 1 raised to 6. So I hope you learned something today. Thank you very much for listening. So see you again next week.